200. The U.S. Navy has released a really cool video of an aircraft carrier doing what's called a shock test off the coast of Florida. The explosion so massive, it triggered an earthquake 100 miles away. Trinity Chavez has the details.
Jaw-dropping footage showing the moment a 40,000-pound bomb exploded in the middle of the ocean before triggering a 3.9 magnitude earthquake. The explosion, a part of a trial to test the durability of the U.S. Navy's latest carrier, blasted off thousands of pounds of explosives near the USS Gerald Ford, about 100 miles away off the coast of Florida in the Atlantic Ocean, to simulate battle conditions. The Navy said in a statement, the first in-class aircraft carrier was designed using advanced computer modeling methods, testing, and analysis to ensure the ship is hardened to withstand battle conditions, and these shock trials provide data used in validating the shock hardness of the ship. The explosion itself was carried out underwater, with the Navy ship being above water. The trials will show how durable the ship is to bombs and how effective they will be in battle. Following the detonation, the U.S. Geological Survey measured a seismic event roughly 100 miles off the coast of Ponce Inlet, a town near Daytona Beach, Florida. Now, the U.S. Navy has conducted full ship shock trials for decades. The most recent one was in 2016 on the USS Jackson and USS Milwaukee combat ships. The last aircraft carrier to undergo the testing was the USS Theodore Roosevelt in 1987. Reporting in New York, Trinity Chavez, RT.
Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutation you I came out there that puts this world in truth and in sincerity. There you have it. You have these nations testing different size bombs. Here we got a 40-ton bomb being detonated underwater that was able to trigger an earthquake, man. Showing you the power and the might of these devils, man. When I mean these devils, Esau being the so-called white man, whether it's the Russian counterpart of Esau, or whether it's the American counterpart of Esau, or the European counterpart of Esau, they all in cahoots with each other. This is Esau, the so-called white man's kingdom. But while you have America test firing 40-ton bombs in the ocean, you have a transfer of power in the Iranian government, and the new Iranian president-elect is talking about, he said he don't want to even talk to Biden about no nuclear program. They're going to do what they're going to do, which is going to trigger off the American government stepping in and trying to oppose some kind of sanctions on the Iranian government, which is going to cause a problem. And on the other hand, you have the economy soaking in the drain. Inflation, food prices is skyrocketing, man. Hey, case in point, 4 pieces of lamb chops. Now they want $12, $13 for it. For a lamb rack, which is lamb ribs, in which I love to eat. I get it frequently. Now, it's damn near $20 for a small piece of lamb racks. So you think I'm going to pay for that? Of course not. So these food prices are rising. And at the very same time, they're gearing up for war. But they pushing everything going back to normal on the mainstream media. But when you look on RT and the alternative media, you see these nations gearing up. Look what America that's test bomb. They test bomb underwater, which caused an earthquake a 40-ton bomb that caused an earthquake off the coast of Daytona, Florida, if I'm not mistaken. So I got a few scriptures. Abaratazayu Akabati be edified, and with that, I'm gonna get straight into it. It reads, and this is only test firing missiles, but it reads in 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse start at 12. The earth quaketh and the foundation thereof, and the sea ariseth up with the waves thereof. With the waves from the Slakia. Let me read it again because I'm butchering it. Slakia. 2nd Ezra 16 verse 12. The earth quakeneth and the foundation thereof. The sea ariseth up with the waves from the deep. And you saw an illustration of that in that video. After that nuclear bomb, that 40-ton nuclear bomb was detonated underwater. You see, this devil, man, this devil got a lot to pay for, man. This devil and his weapons. But guess what? He was given the blessing of the sword. And that's why Esau, the so-called white man, is living out his blessing. It says, back in 2nd Ezra 16 verse 12, the earth quakeneth and the foundation thereof, the sea ariseth up with the waves from the deep. The sea ariseth from the waves of the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord Yahweh, and before the glory of his power, which are them nuclear missiles and them chariots, man. It's going to be spewing concentrated fire right along with the missiles being detonated. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. Whose right hand? Yahweh's right hand that bendeth the bow. That bow is representing them nuclear silos. That's holding them hypersonic nuclear missiles, them supersonic nuclear missiles, and them conventional ICBM nuclear missiles, man. See, technology has been pushed and it has been advanced. So therefore, they got hypersonic nuclear missiles. So things is heating up, man. So it reads, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. That bow is of nuclear silos. His arrows, which are the nuclear missiles, which represent the ICBM nuclear missiles, the supersonic nuclear missiles, the hypersonic nuclear missiles. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, because they're gonna be laser guided and spiritually guided by Yahweh Bashmi Hawashah to hit their designated targets, man. You see, you can't get around these scriptures, man. These scriptures are on point. If the Lord put the Spirit on you to understand what you're reading, you're going to see that these scriptures line up precept upon precept, line upon line, man. Here a little and there a little. That's why you got to go to different precepts to get the whole full understanding of what you're reading. So it reads, it says, for strong is this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and should not miss, because they're gonna be laser guided and spiritually guided by Yahweh Bashmi Hawashah to hit his targets, man. This is not a game. This is deadly serious. And you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans that's taking this as a joke, you're going to learn the hard way. You're going to learn by violence. Pursuant to Ezekiel, the 21st chapter, the 9th verse on down, you're going to learn by violence. Because the Most High Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, has appointed 4 kinds for you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's a part of the 2/3. And to get that understanding, go to Jeremiah 15:1 down to 3. Oh yeah, the Lord Yahweh is not playing any games, man. The only ones that's playing games are you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because you don't take nothing serious. Everything is a joking matter to you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. But you soon gonna learn violence. You respect violence, but you're gonna learn it, because the Lord Yahweh is gonna do the 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans real vicious like. Pursuant to Ezekiel the 21st chapter, the 9th verse. Bottom line. So it reads back in 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows, which are the nuclear missiles that he shooteth, are sharp and shall not miss, because they're going to be laser guided and spiritually guided by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. It says, when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth, into the ends of the world, from the eastern hemisphere to the western hemisphere, man, from Russia to United States, from the United States to Russia, and certain parts of China, certain parts of Great Britain, certain parts of France, certain parts of Germany, which is the allies, the so-called allies of the American government, in which they're going to turn on the American government. But you can have missiles being shot off, and that's why the earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard, pursuant to Isaiah the 24th chapter, the 19th verse on down. The earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard, man. Box missiles going to be shot off from the east to the west, from the west to the east. Missiles are going to be shot off, and the slain of the Lord shall be many, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. You understand? Are you comprehending? Pursuant to Jeremiah. What is it? Jeremiah 25 and 33, if I'm not mistaken. On down. Things about to get hectic, man. You see the different nations practicing mock military drills, doing all kind of manner of bombings, gearing up their military, man, for what's coming. Hey, Joel, the 2nd chapter, the 1st verse on down, and we blowing that trumpet, man, and we telling y'all what's coming down the pipe. But you refuse to listen. Why? Because you're pig-headed, you're stubborn, you're a part of the 2/3. You're too dumb to realize you're dumb, because you're fucking dumb. The Most High have cast you off. Y'all are castaways. Y'all are reprobates. That's why you can't get it. Only the elect is going to get this truth and be saved, man. And that's the bottom line, man. So we in Joel the 2nd chapter, the 1st verse on down, we are blowing the trumpet. We are telling you what's coming down the pike, man. And that trumpet we are blowing is this truth, man. This word. We are telling you the prophecy is coming to pass. Because the Most High Yahweh set up his prophets, man, to warn his people before you destroy a nation that his people are scattered in. Throughout history, check that out, man. The beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, because what's coming down the pipe is going to be done by Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shah, man. So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Once you fear the Lord, if you're a man of the Lord, you're going to come up in the stand of ours, man. You're going to learn this truth. You're going to go out there in the houses and the Bibles, and you're going to push this word. Bottom line, man. Joel, the 2nd chapter, on down, man, speaks about blowing the trumpet and what's coming down the pipe, man. Nuclear destruction. Nuclear destruction. Concentrated fire from them chariots. All you gotta do is read Joel, the 2nd chapter, the 1st verse on down, man. It's going to tell you about the concentrated fire from them chariots and thermal, hypersonic, and supersonic nuclear missiles. And that's the bottom line. For 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're stiff-hearted and you refuse to come back in the fold, man. So therefore, you're going to have to die. You're going to have to die and come back by the men that make it, which are the 144,000, man, the first fruits, man, the aristocrats, those that's fit to rule with Yahweh Shah, man. Can you understand that? Can you comprehend that? Can you dig that? You slow of heart. Unbelievable. And we've been telling you these things, man. Isaiah, the 34th chapter, man. The 1st verse on down, man. We all know these scriptures, man. We all know these scriptures. And we apply these scriptures. And we utilize these scriptures. And we measure the time through these scriptures, man. But the 2/3, here we are approaching the heart of the summer, which is July. July 4th, they're gonna be celebrating, blowing off all manner of fireworks, celebrating the so-called Declaration of Independence, which is not any declaration of any independence, man. You still a slave, pursuant to Baruch 3:8, man. You still a perpetual slave. If you have a Social Security card, if you have a birth certificate, you are a perpetual slave. We've been telling you these things for a long time. Now death and destruction is fastly approaching. You see all these nations doing mock military drills. The Iranian government just elected a new president. They don't have no dinners with Joe Biden. Creepy Joe. You see what's going on with the economy. You see what's going on with Taiwan and China. And China is letting the American government know, listen, we're going to claim China. We're going to claim Taiwan back as a part of China. And there's nothing you're going to do about it. And if you try to do something about it, we're going to go to war. America cannot win a conventional war with China. The only way they're going to be able to handle China is by thermonuclear weapons. But that's not going to be the start of World War III. The start of World War III is going to happen in the Middle East with the Amalekites doing some bullshit, and the least of the flock, which is the Amalekites, is going to draw out these different nations, man, such as America and their allies, to go up against Russia, China, Great Britain, to go up against Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, and the rest of them Middle Eastern nations, man. So here we go. All these nations are doing mock military drills for that day. Hey, read the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter, the 1st verse on down, and you're going to get a perfect understanding of what's going on, man. So with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you out there as we're pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.